morning, everyone. The topic for today is subsets. This is lesson 6. Now we'll discuss some important concepts related to subsets. If A and B are any two sets, then A is called a subset of B. If every element of A is also an element of B. Symbolically, we'll write them using these symbols here. In the first one, A symbol B is read as A is contained in B, or A is a subset of B. And this symbol is read as B contains A, or B is a superset of A. The notation written here means that A is not a subset of B. A is not a subset of B if there is at least one element of A that is not contained in B. In the case of subsets, the cardinal number of A is less than or equal to the cardinal number of B, where set A is a subset of set B. Thus, it is important to note that subsets can have the same number of elements. In that case, they would be considered equal sets, and you've already studied the topic of equal sets. Another important idea is that every set is a subset of itself, and that's due to this part which represents an equal sign. In this case, A is a subset of A, B is a subset of B, an empty set is a subset of an empty set, etc. These sets are actually equal sets. Let's look at some Venn diagrams for subsets. In example 1, we have the set A, which is the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, written here. So everything in this circle is set A. Set B is written inside. Those are the elements 2 and 4. You can see elements 2 and 4 are shared between set A and set B. So in this case, set B is a subset of set A. In this case, the sets are equal. And we write it like this: A equals B, and we only write one set. And the 4 elements are written inside, and we write A equals B. In this case, we have many options for writing this set. B is a subset of A is a subset of B, or A equals B, or B equals A. Okay, so these are equal sets. Here are some examples of subsets. Given that A equals 13579 and B equals 135 and C equals 13579, is A a subset of B? So we could actually write these as a Venn diagram to help. So let's do B first, which are the elements 1, 3, and 5. I'll put a circle around it. And elements and sets A and C are 13579. So let's just write A, C here. And the remaining elements would be 7 and 9. Okay, so we want to know, is A a subset of B? No. But is B a subset of A? We can see B here. All of the elements are inside A. Therefore, this would be yes. Is A a superset of B? Think of superset being larger. So is A larger than B? A is a superset of B. All of the elements of B are inside A. So this would be yes. Is A subset of C? Yes, because they have the same elements. So we could write A is a subset of C because they are equal sets. So we can use this notation. A is a subset of C. You could also write C is a subset of A, and because they're equal, you could write A equals C or C equals A as well. So many options for that one because the sets are equal. Here are some more examples of subsets. Let's determine whether set A is a subset of set B. So are all of the elements in A inside B? Are there all of these elements in A? Are they in B? Rain, snow, fog. So all of the elements in A are also in set B. So this would be yes. And we could write A is a subset of B. How about this one? Is A subset of B? Are all of these elements inside B? No, there are two not inside B. So in this case, we write no. So A is not a subset, sub being smaller. Think of sub being smaller. A is not a subset of B. How about this one? A is a yellow fruit, B is a red fruit. So this would be no because the sets are completely different. This is yellow fruit, this is red fruit. So that would actually be drawn like this. A is here, these are the red fruit. Well, A is yellow fruit, sorry, and B is the red fruit. So these are disjoint sets, which you'll learn later. So these are not subsets at all. So no. So A is not a subset of B. How about this one? Set A is Australia, Laos and Thailand, and B, X such that X is an ASEAN nation. So are all of these countries ASEAN nations? Laos is, Thailand is, but Australia is not. So in this case, A is not a subset of B again. So A is not a subset of B because Australia is not an ASEAN nation. How about this one? Set A are foxes, pigs and elephants. Set B are all four-legged animals. So are all of these animals four-legged animals or not? Foxes have four legs, pigs and elephants, they all have four legs. So we could say that A is a subset of set B because all of these animals have four legs. How about this one? A are the set of integers. So if you recall integers, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, etc. to infinity. B are the natural numbers. So that's only 1, 2, 3 to infinity. Okay, so is A a subset of B? Are all of these elements in this set? No, because integers can include 0 and negative numbers. So in this case, A would not be a subset of B. But we can say that B is a subset of A. So the answer here is not a subset, but you could say B is the subset of A because all of the natural numbers are contained within the set of integers. Let's consider this special case, the empty set as a subset. Recall the definition of a subset. A is not a subset of B if there is at least one element of set A that is not an element of set B. For example, if set A consists of the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and set B consists of the elements 2, 4, 5, 6, then A is not a subset of B because element 1 is in set A but not in set B. Let's consider this example. Set A is an empty set. Set B is the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to know, is set A a subset of set B? Here's the solution. In the question, because we cannot find an element in A that is not in B, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this means that set A is a subset of set B. And we can write that as an empty set is a subset of set B. So as an example, if set B was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here, this is our set B. Where's our empty set? Set A can be drawn inside. Let's change the color. So set A could actually be drawn in here as an empty set. There are no elements in A which are not outside here. Therefore, set A, which is an empty set, is a subset of set B. In general, the empty set, which can be written as this symbol or empty brackets, is a subset of any other set. We've talked about subsets, but now let's consider what proper subsets are. Set A is a proper subset of B if every element of A is an element of B and there is at least one element in B which is not in A. For proper subsets, the number of elements in subset A must be smaller than the number of elements in the larger set. So in this case, the cardinal number of A must be less than the cardinal number of B. We write this as A is a proper subset of B. Notice there's no equal sign here. And we read that as A is a proper subset of B. Here's an example. Set A is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and set B is 2, 8, 10. So we've got 2, 8, 10 written in here as set B, and set A consists of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and represented on the Venn diagram. All of the elements in set A are contained in set B. Hence, A is a proper subset of B, and we write that as using this symbol here. And you can also write it using the subset symbol. Let's look at a few examples of proper subsets. We will write either this symbol or both in the blank to form a true statement. In question A, set A, X such at X is a person and lives in Bangkok. X such at X is a person and lives in Thailand. So can we use both symbols or none of them, or either one? In this case, it's okay to use both. So A is a proper subset of B, and also we can use subset symbol. Both of these are okay. But in question B, notice that the sets are equal. If you have equal sets, you must use the subset symbol. They are not proper subsets. Because they're equal, we need to include this sign here, which shows that the two sets are equal. So as a proper subset, this would be wrong. You would have to put a bar through that to show that they are not proper subsets. Let's do some more examples of proper subsets. We will determine whether set A is a proper subset of set B. In question A, we have Jazz, which is in both sets, pop in both sets, hip hop in both sets. So if we made a Venn diagram of this, we'd have jazz, pop, hip hop. That's set A. And then set B, you can see set A is a subset of set B. We've got classical out here and rap. And that's set B. So we can see in this case set A is a proper subset of set B. So A is a proper subset of set B. In this case, the elements are equal. We have P, Q, R, S, T. So in this case, A equals B. The sets are equal. So we would need to write actually A is a subset of B because of that equality. A is not a proper subset of B, okay? But we can say it's a subset or equal. Those two are okay. In question C, we have the natural numbers between 3 and 10. So that would be from 4 to 9, not including the end elements, okay? And this is the natural number between 2 and 8, but including 2 and 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is set A. Is set A a subset of set B? It's not, because of this element 9. All of these elements are in B except for 9. This is your problem number. So in this case, A is not a proper subset of B. And also, it's not a subset of B because of that element 9. In these questions, we want to determine whether we use a subset, proper subset, neither or both symbols, and place them into the space shown. In question A, we've got set QPR and set PRQS. So is this set QPR a subset of PRQS? We can see all of the elements. Q is there, P is there, R is there. So we can see that here this first set can be written as a subset or also a proper subset. Both of those symbols are okay. In question B, notice that all of these elements are the same as these elements. So we must use the subset symbol because both sets are the same. In question C, X such that X is a man, X such that X is a woman. Which symbol do we use here? There is no symbol to use here. The set of men cannot be the set of women. These are disjoint sets. So the set of men would be written here. The set of women would be written here. These are certainly not subsets of any kind. These are disjoint sets. And you'll learn about them in another section. In this question, X such that X is a woman and X such that X is a person. If we do the set of all people, we can see that women would be a subset of all people. And we can use both symbols in this case, because all of the people could be women. So we could make this sign with the equal sign or this one. Both of them are okay. In this question E, set A, X such that X is between 5 and 15. So that would be from numbers 6 up to 14. The set of natural numbers between 5 and 12 would be from 6 to 11. Is set A a subset of set B? No. If we write all the numbers, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for set B, and set A is 6 to 14. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And this is set B. And this is set A. So you can see that B is a subset of A, but A is not any kind of subset of B. But we can see that B is actually a subset of A in that particular question. So in this case, A is not a subset of B, it's the other way around. In this question, is the empty set a subset of this set? That's true, because we saw that on the previous slide, and you can use both in either case here. Is this set a subset of an empty set? Well, that's impossible because this set is empty. There's no way this set can be inside this set. This set has no elements. So in this case, that's neither. Okay, good luck and have a go at the worksheet after you watch the video. And if you have a problem, you send me a message. Bye-bye.